Okay. So what does a data engineer actually do? Let's start off with 3 big words that we need to understand before we really understand what a data engineer does. Yes, I know I keep circling around data engineer and I keep getting you excited, but I promise we're getting really, really close. We just need to discuss these 3 words that you may or may not have heard of. One is data mining. And data mining simply means pre-processing and extracting some knowledge from the data. So we use some sort of data to extract knowledge from. That's what data mining is. Big data? Well, it means we have a lot of data, a lot of variables, so much data, in fact, that you can't run on your laptop. There's just too much data for your laptop or computer to hold. Usually, when we talk about big data, it's data that's so big that you need to have it running on cloud computing or multiple computers, such as AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud, because they have a lot of computers and a lot of storage to store this data. So that's what big data is. Big data is data that you usually can't have just on one computer. This usually happens because, data sets get so big. We have petabytes and petabytes of data now. So just having data in a database like MySQL or Postgres or any type of database becomes really difficult when that database is just one single machine. Now, new technologies were invented to solve this problem of big data, like Hadoop and NoSQL, which we'll talk about. Now, a data pipeline is essentially a pipeline that a data engineer builds to essentially use the fact that we have this big amount of data. We need to extract information from this data using data mining. So we need to bring or build a pipeline that allows us to flow from that unknown large amount of data to a pipeline that extracts data to a more useful form. So a data engineer essentially does this, creates a data pipeline where all the information that different devices like IoT devices, mobile applications, web apps, cameras, cars, and pretty much anything that collects data and stores information or logs data into servers or to the cloud, a data engineer essentially accumulates all this information into nicely packed databases and storage engines so that different parts of the company can create visualizations. They can monitor the performance of their product. They can get business insights and make business decisions from this data, and even use this data on their apps, for example, for user profiles. Before a data scientist or a machine learning expert or even a business intelligence or data analyst gets hired, for a big company, the thing that they need to do before all of that can be done is to hire a data engineer. They build the pipeline that allows us to work as data scientists. Remember this diagram and how we've been focusing on this part? Well, a data engineer allows us to do this data collection part. They bring in all this information, organize it in a way for us to do our data modeling. They really help us with this data collection part that usually as a machine learning engineer or data scientist, you don't have to concern yourself too much with. But you know what? My favorite demonstration of what a data engineer is in the next video. I hope you're excited because things are going to start to make more and more sense. I'll see you in that one. Bye-bye.